Well, good afternoon, folks. It's Friday again. That means it's time for SFOI 1000 update. So I got the game list here to the left of me. We'll go through that right quick. Have a couple of, I apologize, a couple of typos I think in here, but we'll go through this and get it figured out. Anyway, we already had some games. I know Joe Henson was at the Cowboys game Thursday last night. I think the Cowboys pulled that one out. Sounds like the end, possibly. I didn't watch the game. And today we have some games as well. Some of them already getting started. Some of the guys are already out there. Preaching. I know Francisco Nieves is already out there at the University of Texas game. May be wrapping up. But I kick off there is at 11. Rod Grubb, Boise State kickoff at 10. These are all local times, of course. And then Pat Haggerty, Larry Helmuth, Colorado State kickoff 1:30. And then Michael Stelthaler, University of North Carolina kickoff at 3:30 p.m. So that's one coming up still today. And on Saturday, tomorrow, we have Ohio State, their big game against Michigan. Looks like it's going to be kickoff at 12 p.m. Michael Coughlin will be there, of course. David Dorman at the University of Cincinnati. And I believe that game was actually today instead of tomorrow, looking online. I think they changed some times around. And then tomorrow we have our last University of Georgia football game against Georgia Tech. Georgia's looking to go undefeated, stay undefeated against Georgia Tech. Of course, kickoff there is at 12 noon, so it's an early game. So we'll be down at the stadium, Lord willing, around 9 a.m. Then David and Ben will be at the Auburn game, kickoff 2:30. Larry Sullivan at the Bama game in Tuscaloosa. Well, now that's kind of strange because they can't be in both places because they're playing each other. So that game, I believe, is in Tuscaloosa. But anyway, kickoff is at 6 p.m. I apologize for the glitches in their list here. Dave Block, San Diego State. That game is actually today at 6 p.m. And then we have Devon Webb at University of Wisconsin. Kickoff there is at 2:30. Then we have Brian Nine Monday at the Colts game. Kickoff 8:15 p.m. at the Colts game. Then we show on here University of Central Florida game, which is not correct. It's actually this Saturday, and it's an away game, so scratch that one. And then we have San Diego State down there for the third, which is actually today, kickoff at 6 p.m. Not today, tomorrow, I'm sorry, kickoff at 6 p.m. And then Sunday on the 4th of December, which is a week from Sunday, we have Sterling Long at the Falcons game, David Dorman at the Bengals game, and Joe Heinzen at the Dallas Cowboys game. And, of course, we have a couple things going on between now and then. That's the college football season, as you know, is quickly coming to an end, wrapping up. But that doesn't mean football is over by no means. Let me clear this graphic right here. We have a lot of other activities going on. Just because the regular season's over does not mean by no means, as you probably know, that football season, as far as college goes especially, is over. Because the following weekend we have the championship games. If you look in, I put it in the chat if you can see it. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. There's a link there to the SFOI 1000 email I put out every week. It's got some links in there to get you to. I'm trying to pull it up now myself. Bear with me. It'll get you to information about the other games coming up. I know in Atlanta we have the SEC Championship game kickoff at 4 on December 3rd. We'll be there around 1 o'clock set up, ready to go. If you'd like to join us there, you can contact me. I think Al Baker's. I'm going to get with him a little later today. He's going to bring over some guys with him. And some of our guys will be down there with me, hopefully. And it'll be a good time down there in Atlanta, as usual, every year for the SEC Championship game when Georgia faces LSU. Michael Coughlin, I know, is going to have a team at the Big Ten Championship that same day. And Ohio State, I assume, will be in there when they beat Michigan today anyway. I don't know if it's wrapped up for them already or not, but they're more likely going to be there. Then there's other championship games. Then, of course, later on we have the playoff games. We have one in Atlanta actually on, I think it's New Year's Eve. December 31st, I believe, is one of the playoff games for college football playoffs. So, Lord willing, we're going to try to be there at that if you're interested in coming. Then there's one, I think it's in Arizona, the other one. And then also that culminates with the college football championship game in Los Angeles on January the 6th, I believe it is. And I have plans to be out there with Bill and whoever else can come. If you're out there in the area and want to come join us, get with us, love to have you come and check it out. If you've never been to a Sports Fan Outreach event, that'd be a perfect thing to come and join and get involved with. And then, of course, NFL season continues. A few more weeks of that. Then you'll have wild card games. You can look in, like I said, that newsletter or that email, give you all the information, all the links to what you need to know. You'll have the wild card games, and you'll have the division games, and then the conference championships. And then, of course, that culminates with the Super Bowl middle of February. And we look forward to being out in Arizona for that as well. So that's kind of the way it's wrapping up. It's looking for football season. I want to say thank you to all you guys that have been out there in the trenches week after week preaching at these ball games. I know it can get tiring at times, especially when you have a lot of home games in a row. And it's just it's not a huge commitment, but it is a commitment. It takes away from, I know, family time and recreation and relaxation and all that stuff. And you have to have time for preparation. So I greatly appreciate you guys doing this. I know Bill feels the same way. So I want to thank you for your hard work so far. Let's finish strong. Keep going out there and getting the gospel out to these football fans. And then after football season's over, of course, there's definitely many other opportunities. I know comes to mind in May is the Kentucky Derby. Bobby McCreary will lead that. If you've never been to an event, that's another good one. It's a little different than a football game. It's you get a little crazier sometimes, it seems like. But it's a good event, good 3-day event to come out and fellowship, get some teaching, and go out and preach the gospel, get to know some guys, and it's a good time. It's a good time, so I encourage you to come up to Louisville for that. And you can go to sfoi.org and find information on all these events and all these activities. But if you want to get involved or get out, just let us know. We'll get you out there and get you on the streets preaching the gospel. Today, our update is going to be kind of short and sweet. Just went over the games, upcoming events as well, and we'll see where it goes. Next week, got a special guest for you, so make sure you tune in. You don't want to miss that. I won't tell you who it is quite yet. I'll leave you hanging, some anticipation. But make sure you tune in next week and be with me and my special guest. We was going to do it today, but he just couldn't work it out logistically. So we're going to do that next Friday. But get out there and preach the gospel, folks, until all